Okay, so it's 11:11 Central on time, thanks to technology. This is not a normal story. We are not talking a normal story right now. So I'm in interview. No, I'm a stroke survivor, so the words say the wrong thing. So I want to say this word starts with an IN sound. So my brain goes like, oh, close enough. I'll give you another sound that starts with the same sound, or the exact opposite words. For some reason, this is how my brain works. Okay, this is not a normal story. This is my story of finding a business coach. So the thing is, so I have multiple business coach because they all do different things. This one was my first one because they told me that I couldn't run a business. This team of people that teaching me how to recover a brain damage person. And they said, Melanie, your brain damage is too strong. You can't be an entrepreneur. And as the entrepreneur that I am, I'm pretty sure I said something like, I would die if I'm not an entrepreneur. I'm going to wrinkle around and be nothing. I need to be an entrepreneur. Tell me why I can't be an entrepreneur. So they started giving me this long list. And the main thing is that you need to have to run a business that's stress-free, because all the people in brain damage, they're here because the stress of running their business let them in the hospital. So that told them that we should not be an entrepreneur because you can't do it with the stress. So I was like, okay, I need a business coach that can help me run a business that's stress-free and that use less money, like use what you have to get it done, to do less work, because I don't want to be working at 500 hours a day. I know those are not the right numbers. My brain, doing the best I can. Okay, so I looked up 50 business coaches before I found James' webinar. And I'm probably saying is wrong, because his last name should be Webmore, but he's Wedmore. So that's the name. Business by Design is his business. And I want to make a joke that we are the same person. Luckily, I have bangs, so you could tell the difference. And if you see him, they'll be like, you don't look anything like Melanie. And I don't have the recipes. James has all the recipes for running businesses online. Okay, so this story of me interviewing 50 business coaches to find one that has the ability that I can do it, even though my brain damage, I can't read, I can't understand, I need lots of help, I fail over and over, and I need someone who's going to be patient, because I'm building a quality business and I know I'm going to change the world. I know I have this whisper. Okay, so I'm talking about the start of the not normal story. This is my not normal story. So I found my business coach, and the moment when I started at this time, I had the perfect life. Oh, goodness gracious, I'm so smooth. I am so freaking smooth off the floor. So smooth. Okay. Okay, so my life was perfect. I had a big, beautiful house in this nice time of the neighborhood. I had this man I called my dreamy husband. I have this capable kid who is a level 1 autism, so sensitive and smart. Oh, I had amazing friends that come over and have food at our house and swim in the pool. Oh, my life was freaking perfect. And then I had this whisper, this idea, because I was in the hospital and I saw all these recovering people and they're so sad. And they kept asking me, what pills are you taking, Melanie? I was like, nothing. And they're like, what? I was like, and I realized the difference between everyone in the hospital and me is that I have vision. I had a big, juicy goal. And this whisper, this is a business. This is a business. The world needs this. And my heart got so big. You know that story where the heart like grows and grows and grows, and you can barely hold this. And the problem with me is that I have this ambition, curiosity. And I was like, this is a business. This is my business. And I thought, I'm like, okay, like all the odds, less than a 1% that I'll ever walk and talk again. And they tell me just be a mom. That's not enough for me. I'm ambitious curiosity. And I have this whisper where my heart feels so good. And I said, oh, I have to. And then I find the right person to help me with this transformation. But the world making a choice to change. Wow. I have to say, make this just deciding to have this decision and hire a coach. But I have to admit, I was doing it for money. And because this is the proper thing you're supposed to do as a grown-up, you need to make money, you have to pay your bills, you need to have a reason, and I want to change the world. And what accidentally happened, because you're on this quest for your big heart, and not for money. You're here for this quest to change. But what actually happens is that my eyes open up. Woken up. Is this the right English? Were you woken up? Put a comment below if you know what this means by woken up. Because I thought my life was perfect. And how one of the coaches, the therapist that was working with our whole family, and put me in the side and pointing out things that I didn't know, that told me that's abusive. That is not how they treat you. That's why you're not happy. And I was like, but I have this perfect life. How am I not happy? It's because it wasn't the environment that I needed. And so when you run a business, you think you're doing it for a business, but really what happened for me is self-development. I had this confidence. I was always confident, but I was to a novel level of confidence. And I found my voice. This woman who woke up with 5 words, deciding that I want to be a motivational speaker. And you can see that I have more than 5 words. And this humble and strategy. And this came to so many challenging. This transformation had so much challenges, heartbreaks, huge heartbreak by heartbreak by heartbreak, ripped me into pieces. These intense challenges, massive things. I moved across Canada from Vancouver Island, one of the quote voted at one of the best places to live. And I moved into Winnipeg. People make fun of me for this, but that's where my family is. This is where I need to go. So all these challenges across Canada, and this whisper that they have bigger plans for me. This big, juicy dreams. The universe had bigger plans for me. And in this mission, I had valuable tools. I had community. I made mistakes and I kept getting up. Oh, and don't minimize the comic jokes, the things that the universe does that they think they're freaking funny. They're like, you can get everything you wanted. I'm going to give you everything you wanted. Oh my goodness. Have you ever had any comic jokes when you're doing things? And you're like, are you freaking kidding me? This is the challenge. Is this what just came to me? Yes. Yes, this has made me the imperfect person that I've become. I am very imperfect. I'm disabled. And the messed part is I desire to dream differently. So we have all those pictures of like, you have the perfect house, you have a family, you have a kid, you have a house, a car, all those things that you're supposed to do. and then you dream outside the page. Not the normal. You dream differently. And I armed with a story of not normal. Do you have that dream to dream differently? To think, I do not want this story, this normal story. And I'm going to tell you that entrepreneur is armed with a story of not normal. I want to be armed. I want to defend. I want to have your back. And there's so many opportunities, all those messed up and things that happen in your life. Let's talk about these opportunities, this disadvantages that made us the best thing that happened to us. So a simple way, sucks happens that, I'm nailing this English. Suck stuff. Freaking, I can't even freaking say it. Disadvantages. These disadvantages, I would call them, things suck. In your journey, stuck. I love this mouth. So good. My main goal is that every sucky thing is rigged for us to win. When you take this sucky disadvantages and you turn them into your strengths and you rig them and you take the oil out, these black, and you change it. Oh, that looked dirty. Forgive me. I'm trying. What is the word when you take the oil and you turn it into gas? You frame, you change it around, you move it around, and then you take this gas into your vehicle and off you go, because all these disadvantages, they end up being into your greatest strengths in the end. But you need to take the oil, you need to change it around into something that you can use, and it will take time to do it. Now, I am one of the guides of the B&B, so they can. So I'm a business coach so that people can. And I have to admit that it will look like this. Detours will show up because entrepreneurs love to solve problems. Do you love to solve problems? Leave a comment below if you like this. Come on. Do you love to solve problems? If you do, you're probably an entrepreneur, because solving a problem is what you do all the time. And you start on this journey and you'll have these ladders, make you go fast. You will fall into holes and someone will send you a roll, like a rope to catch you out. And if you help other people, that helps you out of that hole. Then these things will happen that you'll have to work around them, over them, sideways, and then you'll get these alarms, bing, 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 which you don't know if they're good or bad, or you'll be lost, and then you'll find your way back on the list. And entrepreneurs are more like this. Detours will happen, and you will solve them. That's how you keep going forward, because you go, okay, I believe every sucky thing is rigged for a win, right? If you believe that every sucky thing that happens in your business, this is going to be the best thing. That's the psychology of this. Our brain, if you tell our brain, this is a gift, we're rigged for a win, our brains will start to solve it. And the other thing that I'd like to point is that I'm a Winnipeg lady. I'm a Manitoba lady. We are fortitude. We have your back. Fortitude means that stuff happens and you freaking get back up. You keep going, you get back up. And that's what you have to have as an entrepreneur, is this fortitude. So this story is to let you know what to expect, what the normal is, because they always tell you the stories of like, oh, look at us. Now we have a business and we're on the beach and we're having a great time, which is true. And James helps lots and lots, hundreds and hundreds of people, thousands, I think it's thousands, to do this. And that's what he's good at. When you're committed to your business and your big ideas, you're open up. Self-development is the biggest thing that happens with your business. So when you're having a business and you're doing it because you want to make money, great. And you can do that. But a quality business, it's going to change you. It's going to make you a new person. I made good money when I followed the recipes from James. One of the mistakes I made is that hired another coach. And this other coach who helped me to be on stage, which I'm grateful, and I needed this, but they did not help me make money. And when I go back to business with James, I start making money. Because it's different, because with James, he wants us to make money first. Because when you're a reward, when you value, it helps you move forward. Because when you're not making money, it's really hard to keep going when you don't make money. So the main things that James is talking about is there's a difference between a hobby and a business. And maybe I'm talking too much, but I'm just letting you know. I'm launching my business again to actually make money, because when I run my 3 businesses, I always made really good money. But now I have to do it as a disabled. I have to find tools. I have to community. And this comic huge joke of this woman who never asked help, that I help everyone else. I never ask help. And now I'm disabled. Freaking, are you freaking kidding me? I'm the one that needs to ask help now. And the cat who wants to get in my room, apparently freaking, oh, goodness gracious. I want to be smooth and polished, and maybe I'm just never going to be smooth and to the point. Okay. I want you to leave a comment. Tell me what your dreams are. Tell me about your out of the page ideas, what your dreams are. Are these boring things, like these normal things, or crazy things that tell you they're not going to make money? Well, those are the things. Freaking, we love these things when someone says there's no money there, and then you find a way, because your heart and that whisper, this whisper that tells you, if you're this kind of person, you're the person I want to talk with. This person has this whisper and their heart is big, and and you're driven for this. Those are the ones who are success. Those people who are there in 20 years because of their heart. All right. So I would love to leave a comment below. You can also find me on Instagram. I read my DMs on the Mighty Melanie, #Mighty Mel. You can find me on the different platforms, Instagram, and I read the comments on YouTube as well. So I love your comments. And remind you, if you woke up today, it's because we need you, just like you. Nobody else. You can level up, you got a coach, you can find the person that makes you a better person, but we need you, like only you. All right. Da, da, da. And we'll see you Monday to Friday in YouTube.